Armed and dangerous, ain't too many that can bang with us. Straight up, we know angel us. Label us notorious, thug ass niggas that love the bus. Coming up next, I'm giving y'all a crazy story about a regular guy who finds himself in prison doing the most. Find out on the Prison Talk Show. Coming up next. What up, what up, what up? We are back. Who am I? Jersey Street Corner, and this is the Prison Talk Show, people. So, today's story is going to be about a guy named Rico. Rico's a normal guy, a married guy. He's got a kid, and he works in the mall at a record store. Medium income, nothing flashy, but he not broke. He alright. Excuse me, y'all. Now, Rico, like I said, works at the mall. And we all know what we see at the mall. Nothing but baddies walking around all day. And you know Rico can't keep his eyes to himself. Now, hey, all men are gonna look. But you have to be disciplined enough not to touch, not to talk. If you married and that's your belief. So, Rico, on the other hand, not only does he have no choice but to speak to these women because a lot of them come into the music store to purchase music or just look around. So he sees the crazy outfits and the pretty girls, all different races. He sees them all the time and they ask him questions. It's his job to help them find what they're looking for and be along their way. But somewhere along the lines of customer service and flirtation, Rico always used to manage to get these phone numbers. He had tons of phone numbers that he done racked up every day working at that mall. Girls he done got from different, parts of the state. Different towns, sorry. Now, like I said, Rico was married, y'all. He ain't got no business getting no girls' phone numbers, doing none of that. If he gonna flirt, that's one thing. Leave it at the store. Don't bring your work home with you. That should be something that stays there if that's what you into. He shouldn't even be doing that. But we all know karma's a bitch and stuff catches up to you one way or another. Whether it's somebody in the streets that knows wifey or even one of your boys could go say something. Whatever the hell happens, Rico is putting himself in a position that he shouldn't. Anyway, now let's talk about Rico's life at home. He gets home, he's got a good wife, she cooks dinner, takes care of the child, helps with the homework. All Rico got to do is bring that paycheck home and occasionally do a few things around the house, like take out the trash and fix something and help out with something or carry something, normal stuff that men might do, living in a household. Not many more expectations but that. And Rico just takes advantage of the whole situation. Every chance he gets, he sneaks off to go outside and smoke a cigarette or take the garbage out or whatever excuse he uses to go dial one of those phone numbers that he done got from the mall. Even if it's for only 5 minutes, Rico wants the satisfaction of using one of those numbers and hearing one of those voices on the other end and knowing that he accomplished that. So, that's exactly what Rico be doing. He'd be out there in the shed. He just having his little conversations. And nobody knows, nothing. Nobody hears nothing. Nobody sees nothing. Rico decides... One day, Rico got his balls together and decided he was going to go on an actual date. Now, I know y'all thinking Rico must be out his damn mind. Yeah, y'all, Rico must be out his damn mind. He going to go on a date and he going to try and get it off and see how far the date goes. So he goes on one date and the girl, she was pretty and had a nice body and all of that. But she was stupid. She was stupid as hell. And Rico just couldn't get with it. She was asking him dumbass questions and She kept asking about his wife and what his kids was like, and he wasn't there for none of that, y'all. He was not there to talk about his life at home. He was trying to see what was good with them. So immediately, after that date, Rico erased her number. Like, nah, I can't mess with her. Erased her number. Then he came across another one. Her name was Shanice. Came across her number and said, I don't really remember what she looked like, but I like the name, and I must have put her number in here for something, so let me give it a ring. And that's what he did. So he called Shanice. And she get the phone, and he thinking in his head, like, all right, she got a nice voice. All right, good so far. And he like, hey, why don't you send me a picture so I could put next to your name? So every time I see it, I could think of you and this and that. He feeding her a whole bunch of mess. And she like, all right. And that's what she did. She, boom, right away. Sent him a selfie right away. Tink. And he looked at the selfie. Damn. Oh. And Shanice is bad. So right away he like, hey, what you doing later on tonight? I'll come pick you up. We go to a movie or something or whatever. It's like, all right, I'm down. So they make plans. Now, this is where I'm gonna say Rico, he messed up. Rico's life is about to change in just a few hours. Let's fast forward, y'all, to Rico's date. Rico gets to Shanice's house. She's decked out. She got on one of them full bodysuits, tight joints. She popping out everywhere. Hair done, nails done. She got her toes out. She bad. Rico done. He besides himself. He like, oh damn. Wait till I tell my boys at work about this one. Wait till I tell all the fellas about this one. Dang, I can't wait to crack that. Assuming that he is. So they get to talking, and she's pretty intellectual. He like, all right, I could vibe with her. I could actually have a conversation with her. Now, Rico also, once he figures out that she is, intellectual and can have conversation, he decides, all right, listen, I'm going to have to see more of you. We're going to have to start seeing each other on a regular basis. How you want to go about this? You seeing anybody right now and this and that? And she's like, nah, I'm totally available. That's why I answered your phone call, because I liked what I saw. Now, when you first meet a woman, you can't possibly know her mind state, her stability, in other words, whether she's crazy or not. You can't know that just from meeting her. You're going to have to spend some time with her and figure it out. What are her tendencies? Do she go crazy over the littlest things? Do she try and punch you in the face over something small? You got to figure it out. Well, that's one luxury that Rico didn't afford himself. He was just in it for you know what. He wasn't trying to get to know him. He wanted to get him. So, Rico said, I bet. So, listen, I'm going to make you my girlfriend. First thing he did wrong. You can't have a girlfriend while you're married. That's just crazy work. Asking for trouble. Make you my girlfriend. I'm going to come and see you every day. And Rico meant it. He was going to find a way to sneak off and go see this woman every single day. He was gonna, whether he had to work it into his work schedule, however he was going to do it, he was going to figure a way to see her. Now, after a few times, Rico sneaking off to see her, she said, listen, we always go out. Why don't you just come back to my apartment? I got my own place. We could go chill, Netflix and chill. We don't got to always go out and spend money. And now Rico like, what? Like, we ain't got to go out and spend money, you down like that? Dang. All right. So, give me a few days and let me figure something out. Rico trying to figure a way to make it so he can spend the night. Now he got to come up with some elaborate BS to tell his wife why he gonna go spend the night out doing whatever. So now he got to involve his boys and maybe figure something out. And that's what he do. He make up this whole elaborate nonsense and gives it to his wife. The plan. Me and my boys, we're gonna go on a little weekend retreat. He got bold with it. He said the whole weekend, not just one night. He said we're gonna take a weekend retreat and go hunt bear up in Pennsylvania. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Go hunt some bear. Hopefully, I bring you back a fur or something. All right, baby. I'm gonna try my best. Rico ain't never shot no bear a day in his life. He ain't never went hunted a deer, a bear, anything. But this is the story he ran with. So she ain't giving him no pushback, no resistance. All right, just have fun, be safe. Make sure you come back here in one piece. He's like, all right, love you, baby, love you. Now he's ecstatic. He got 2 days to go chill in this woman's apartment. What y'all think Rico did, y'all? Let me know. What do you think Rico did, y'all? Rico went to that apartment the first night. He already knew he was in it when she invited him to the apartment. They had some wine. They had some food ordered in. Start watching Netflix, and well, they ain't make it through that movie. Rico is busting her down. Raw dog, y'all. Don't let all of that fool you. It don't matter how pretty they are. You don't know that woman. Like I said, Rico gonna find out today. He busting her down. Busting her down. Everything clapping. Rico, go ahead and do what he do. And roll over and go to sleep right in her bed. So while he's sleeping, old girl going through his pockets. Because she don't know him either. She got to make sure that she's safe. That he ain't no axe killer or ain't nonsense like that. Now, as she opens up his phone, she sees pictures in his gallery. With him hugged up. With a woman, kid. And there's a whole bunch of pictures in there. Which means, Rico might just be in a relationship. So, she don't think nothing of it. She just closed the phone up and put it in the pocket. And she just says, we'll talk about it when we talk about it. And she went to sleep. Her and Rico just cuddled up. Another wrong thing Rico just did. He stayed there overnight, letting her think that he was her man. Now at this point, y'all, you might as well just say Rico is living his best life. He ain't leaving nothing on the table. Soon as he woke up, bright and early Sunday morning, Shanice didn't even wake up. She's turned over the other way. He got right behind her and started clapping again. He ain't about to leave there without clapping at least 3 more times. Yeah, Rico damn near in love. He can't get him enough of Shanice. And that's exactly how Shanice wanted. Now, he go head home that evening, back to his family. And he got his camping gear and all of that. And she's like, how was the trip? Oh, it was great. I ain't shoot nothing though. I'm not really that good at it. I missed every target. And she laughed and said, well, I expected that. And he like, yeah. Anyway, how was your weekend? How was the kid? Was he good? And you're like, yeah, he was good. You know, normal. Watched TV. Did some homework. I just relaxed, watched the movie by myself since she wasn't here. And you're like, oh, okay, all right. You're like, all right, well, I'm going to go ahead and get some sleep. I'm a little tired. That was a long trip. We had to do a little bit of hiking, too, while we was down there to get to the locations and all that, you know. And so she's like, all right, whatever. I'm gonna make dinner pretty soon, so don't sleep too long. You're like, all right, all right. Now, he goes in the room, gets undressed, and the first thing he does, y'all, is start texting Shanice, telling her how much he misses her, and this and that. And now, one thing that he didn't realize Shanice had did, she jacked his location. When she was playing with his phone, she linked his location to hers. So she knew exactly where he was, meaning she knew his address. And well, things are going to get a little tricky for Rico. Monday morning, Shanice is outside his house, parked in a dark black vehicle. He don't see her. He don't know she's out there. She's sitting out there scoping him out. And she follows him to his job. Yeah. She follows him to his job so she can get that location. Then, she goes back to the house that he had just come from. And she waits again. And she waits to see the wife coming out the house with the son. And she like, oh, this lying mother effer. And now Shanice is hot. She is so hot. Now she about to start playing games with Rico. She knows everything and she gonna make him tell her the truth. Rico is at work. He has no clue that none of this is going on. Shanice just slides off and she takes her mental notes of the times that he goes to work and the time that the wife is home alone. Now, next day, Rico will go to work. As soon as he would slide out, Shanice would slide up to the front door, and she would leave a note taped to the door for the wife to see. She comes out and she sees this weird-looking note. It's in all these cut-up magazine words. She cut letters out of a magazine and taped them onto the paper. And the note simply said, "Your man is my man now." And the wife is like, what the hell is this? So she takes a picture of it and she sends it to Rico. Like, Rico, what the hell is this? What's going on? And Rico immediately looks at it and he's like, I don't know. I have no idea. Now, y'all, the crazy thing is, Rico really didn't know because he had been calling other women that he met from the mall besides, Shanice. So he didn't know which one of them could have been crazy enough to do something like that. So he simply said, I don't know. Now, Shanice made a game of it. She would keep doing it. Every day that he went to work, as soon as he left, it would be a note placed up there on the window or on the door for the wife. Crazy stuff like, yeah, his D tastes good and, all types of sexual content like that. Let's put it that way. Shanice was actually crazy. And now, Shanice knew about him having a family the whole time. Before she fell so in love or infatuated with him, she knew about what she was getting herself into. She was letting this man bust her down raw dog every single time. Shanice is pregnant now. And Rico don't even know it. So, finally, Shanice started coming up to his job and actually making appearances, walking in and asking him for help. Like, hey, can you help me find this record I'm looking for? And he like, what you doing here? It's a mall. Why wouldn't I be here? I shop here. This is where I met you at, right? Like, what you want? You gotta get out of here. You gotta get out of here for someone to see us talking. Why, that's a problem now. You've been busting me down for weeks, raw dog, and there's a problem if somebody see us talking. Tell me why. I want to know why. And he like, listen, I can't talk about this with you right now. You got to leave, all right? That's just that. Get what you getting and go. She like, oh, what you worried about your wife finding out? He said, my wife? What you talking about? Oh, you thought I didn't know? You thought I didn't know you was married, fool? Yeah, I saw you. I saw you. And he's like, oh, hell no. Listen, you crazy, B. You crazy. Don't call me no more. Don't ever call me no more. I promise you. Don't call me no more. Well, Shanice was like, all right, I got you. I got you. Just wait. Just wait. You're going to see. You're going to see. You're going to wish you never said that. You're going to wish you never said that to me. And she threw the records on the floor and walked out of there. And he's like, all right, we'll see. You better not come back. And she just kept walking. Now, Shanice had diabolical plans, y'all. She was going home to make a package just for the wife. She had something that she wanted the wife to know, y'all. And she was going to make sure she found out. Shanice went home and grabbed her test that she took when she found out she was pregnant, put it in the box. Then she went and got her doctor's results, put it in the box. Then she got some footage that she had from her apartment. She had her apartment rigged up, y'all, with cameras. Instead of having her cameras on the outside to protect her house, she had them on the inside to see who was inside her house. Well, the cameras showed nothing other than Rico busting down cheeks, clapping, making it clap. Yep. She put the video in the box, along with another crazily arranged note taped together that said, your husband got me pregnant. He's mine now. Put the note in the box. Left it on the front porch. As soon as Rico left, wife comes out and gets it. Opens it up right there outside in the walkway. She's like, this mother effer. He been screwing some other hoe. Oh my gosh. Get in the car, baby. Get in the car, she telling her son. Get in the car right now. So she go put the box in the trunk. And she take old boy to school. Now she's calling Rico like crazy. Rico, bring your ass home, Rico. Bring your ass home. You been screwing some other heifer? You been screwing some other heifer? I've been a good wife to you, and this what you been doing to me? Oh, you gonna pay for this. I'm taking you to court. You gonna pay for your infidelity. We've been married 10 years. You lying son of a B. And Rico just sitting there silent on the phone. He like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Get your ass home now. And she hang up the phone. And Rico like, oh shit, man, I gotta go. I gotta go, man. I gotta go. And he tells the boss he gotta go. And he haul ass. Now you get home, and the box is just sitting there on the kitchen table. And his wife is pacing back and forth, mad than a mother effer. What did you do? Who did you screw? What's this? What is this? You got her pregnant? What you gonna do? What you gonna do now? Cause I'm leaving. I am leaving your ass. If there's any ounce of truth to this shit, I'm leaving. And he like, calm down, calm down. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I ain't do nothing. He's still claiming his innocence. She's like, all right, that heifer better not come here. She better not come here. And he like, nah, she ain't gonna come here. I don't know who this is. They ain't gonna come here. Now, right away, he know who it is. Shanice. It gots to be. That's the only one he been busting down. Raw dog. So, he take the box and he go outside to the garbage can and throw it away. He started dialing her phone. And she answered. And she's like, "Hey, Rico, what's going on?" He's like, "You know what's going on. Stop sending my wife messages. Stop that shit. I'm warning you. You better stop." Shanique's recording all of this, by the way. She's very smart. As I mentioned before, she is intellectual. Most of the crazy ones are, right? So, he said, "Listen, if you send another message here or come near me or my family, I'm going to hurt you. I'm going to do something bad to you. I'm warning you, girl. Stay away. Stay away from us." And he hang up the phone. Next day, he go to work. He thinking, "Alright, ain't no way in hell she gonna come back around after I screamed at her like that." Shanice brought an even bigger box. And she put a whole bunch of children's toys in it. And she said, "These are some of the toys that I think our kid will like. What do you think?" And she pinned the note addressed to the wife, asking her, do she think their unborn child would like those toys? Well, Rico just lost it, y'all. When he heard that, Rico went and got him a weapon. He got him a little .25 caliber. Because he had never really shot none before in his life. But he got him a little caliber. And he said, "I'm going to take this girl out. I can't deal with this. She's not going to destroy my marriage. I don't want no kids. None of that. I don't know if she's telling the truth or not, but she got to go." And when Rico found her, y'all, Rico is a really bad shot. He was damn near close range. He popped off on her. He hit her in the head, y'all, but just a graze. Enough to knock her out unconscious. But he thought he hit her in the head. He thought he put a hole in her, y'all. He ran off and left. He didn't finish the job. Nope. Why? Because Rico wasn't a criminal. Rico was just stupid and horny and unfaithful, obviously. So, like I said, karma catches up to you in the end. It all caught up to him in the end. She got up. She got up and went right down to the police station. With her bruises, they counted what happened. They came back to the scene. They found the bullet. They found the casing. And things didn't look too good for Rico after that. He got charged with double attempted murder for her and her unborn child. Because he didn't want to have to deal with having another child, y'all. So, for Rico's actions, he faces the harshest circumstances. Rico gets 15 to 20 year sentence for conspiracy to commit murder in the first degree. Rico was found guilty, y'all, and sits in jail to this day. Listen, if you like stories like that, go check out the rest of my stories on the page. I guarantee you're going to hear something you like. This is the Prison Talk Show. I am your boy, Jersey Street Corner. And with that, I'm going to get on up out of here, y'all. Peace out. Like, share, comment, and as always, subscribe to the channel. I won.